if we continue at the rate we're going, in 50 years,
Sure, Mum.
we won't have any insects left, and if we have no insects left, that disrupts the food supply, and we don't have any more food. And I was like, he told me that he had children, and I said, well, don't you care if your children starve? And he said, let them starve, that's their problem.
Is it that Extinction Rebellion has been so brilliant at raising awareness?
Because we're intelligent people, and not that I'm saying that people who aren't in this movement are, not intelligent. I'm not saying, but there's been so much thought, and there's been history that we've learned about social movements. We've learned about the Spanish uprising. We've studied social movements that have had the most effect for civil rights.
Here to see what's happening in Westminster, obviously, with the whole Extinction Rebellion, occupation of Westminster. I think it's all going good, but also I have some criticism.
You have criticisms of what, sir?
Of for example, the meaning behind this, and who mainly comes to protests, who mainly takes part in protests, who mainly benefits from these protests.
So, you've got a concern about the meaning. Yeah, the Extinction Rebellion has 3 main aims. Do you know what they are? So how can you have a criticism of what they stand for?
Well, we're already over 1 degree above global average temperatures, and we know that.
But can I ask a silly question?
Yeah.
Isn't that good because we're warmer? I interviewed him at Marble Arts. So, you're the last, sir, so you tell me, what's it like being here?
So we all understand, and on this camera and everyone else's, do you understand? I'll give you 2 minutes to consider my proposals. Thank you.
This is the first time I've washed in 4 days, and that family. So yeah, there's, it's not glamorous. But,
Of course.
But we're here for a reason, and it's
The protest has now been going on for 4 days. Have you been down here for that amount of time yourself?
Yes, I have.
Tell me, what is it like actually to be out here on the streets of London, raising awareness or protesting about something that's just very important?
Do you know what?
Yeah.
It's 2 things. It's incredibly moving and it's incredibly uplifting, and it gives me hope, which is something that I really struggle to find.
All right, then tell me why it is so uplifting.
Because look at this. This is all these people from all different walks of life. All these people that feel like they've had no voice. All these people that have been protesting and writing to their MP and demonstrating and following all those well-worn paths for all their lives. Or even just recently when they read the IPCC report, are coming here and saying, oh my God, I've actually got a voice because other people are listening, because there's a chance that we can actually make enough noise, that we can do enough, that we're going to be heard, because we've got to be heard. It's not them and us. We all need to be heard now.
You're now being heard, so is that why you've got hope?
I think what I have hope in is in humanity. We've done a lot of damage and we've got a long way to come, but humans are a beautiful, beautiful species, and if we can just find a way to live in that truth of how beautiful we can be and how much good we can do, we can undo the damage we've done. We're essentially sitting in front of a violin and banging on it with a spoon, and every now and then a note comes out, but we haven't even begun to touch on the splendid creatures that human beings can be, and we need to turn that around. And all these people here today, they give me hope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you take your hat off to those people who are getting arrested?
I do.
Thank you very much, sir. So what do you think about what you're seeing?
I think it's good.
Why? Tell
We
me
need a
more.
wake-up call. The government need a wake-up call.
But do you think
They're
the
not
government's going to listen?
people. They're not. They probably won't listen. No, they won't listen. The only thing they care about is money and profit.
Yeah.
Targeting people on benefits, people that are disabled. And what they're doing is immoral. It's wrong. They shouldn't be doing this.
You need to gather them.
They've got no morals. They've got no honor. They're dishonourable. Tyranny is in power. End of story.
Tell the truth about the 6 months
extinction event.
I think it's very important for people to speak up for what they care about, and I think this has the power to make massive change and unity.
Why do you think it's taken this to make people come together and protest on a common issue?
Because I think corporations are greedy and all they care about is money. So people have to go to this extent to stop that greed and make their voices heard for what's important.
Is this the first day that you've been down here?
It is the first day.
And what do you think of it?
I think it's powerful, and I think it's good to unite for things that actually matter. And I think that this is making a great amount of noise. And I'm very happy. I want to keep on going. I want to join it for the future.
Right out the way, please. I'm really fucking
So, what's your name?
Darren.
Darren, tell me something, Darren. What do you hope to achieve today?
I hope to get people to listen. Most people are living in ignorance of what's happening around us, and the government aren't helping. The government needs help, and that's why I'm here.
Are you willing to be arrested to make your point?
I think that's about to happen, yeah.
But what will that achieve by getting arrested?
It will stop the police from moving us from this area. If people just keep coming in and doing what I'm doing, then they can't get rid of us.
Darren, what have you got to say to the other people on the protest?
Stay strong. Don't be afraid. Fear makes us slaves.
Good afternoon all, this is Wendell Daniel from StreetCam Documentary, coming to you live and direct from Oxford Circus in the heart of London. London has been shut down for the last 4 days, and the protesters are now going to be moving on towards Marble Arch, where they can continue their protest peacefully, and StreetCam Documentary will be following those protesters as they raise awareness about the issues they feel are important to them. Hey, good afternoon. Can I come down and answer you a couple of questions?
Sorry?
Can I answer you a couple of questions?
Yes, sure.
I've got a YouTube channel. My name is Wendell Daniel.
Hi.
So, what have you done here?
Well,
What have you
I
done?
know it looks a bit extreme, but extreme situations call for extreme actions.
So, what exactly have...
This is an attempt to slow the process down as much as we can.
and is it working?
Yeah, because they haven't taken us yet. I think they took... I can't really see what's happening, but I assume they've taken everybody who was sitting freely off.
But how long are you prepared to sit here protesting?
Well, I've been sitting here since Sunday night.
And you haven't moved from this spot?
Well, on and off. Yeah.
Excellent. And what's your name? Let me go to the next gentleman, sir. So, that looks so uncomfortable, sir.
Yeah, well, I spend a lot of time during the daytime twisted in contorted positions. I'm quite comfortable, really. I'm quite bendy,
Yeah. So, are you going to be staying here all night?
Job to know, really. We'll just see how it goes.
Yeah.
I like to play it by ear, these things.
Excellent. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot,
Go
sir.
with the flow.
So are you ready for this, mum?
Yeah.
Are you ready for this as well, sir?
Yeah, I'm ready.
See, I told you I'm good at this. What's your name?
Alima.
Alima?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I live in Cambridge,
Uh-huh.
originally from London.
The posh area. And what's your name, sir?
I'm Carl.
Carl and Alima. Who should I start with first? Alima!
Yeah, start with me.
Hey, did you like that? So can I tell you, why are you down here in front of, what's this place down there?
Well, we're in Marble Arch.
You're in Marble Arch?
Yeah, we're blocking Marble Arch.
You're not, are you? Oh my word, why are you blocking Marble Arch today?
Well, we're blocking many sites here. We've got at least 4 sites we're blocking around
Yeah,
London.
but I'm only interested in Marble Arch, that's where we are. So what are you blocking here?
Well, we're blocking here because it's a central thoroughfare for traffic, really. We're aiming to cause disruption in order to raise awareness of how dangerous climate change is.
And what organisation are you with that you're raising awareness?
Well, this is Extinction Rebellion.
You're not, oh my word, I can't believe I'm here with you guys
That's
today.
where we are.
So, tell me something, I'm now coming to you. I'm not missing you out, I'm coming to you next.
Right.
This is my style. So, how long have you been out here campaigning?
So it feels like ages now.
It feels like ages.
When did I get here? Sunday night, but we started really Monday. Yeah.
So you've been now Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days on the streets of London.
Monday.
So Monday. So what's it been like actually being out here in the streets raising awareness about climate change issues? What's it been like?
It's a kind of a roller coaster with lots of things. You get a lot of people coming up and saying thank you for doing what you're doing. You know, they're obviously rushing to go to where they're going and they can't be here, so they're really grateful that you're here. And then you have the odd person come and hurl abuse at you, and that's pretty scary. But it's not as scary as the dangers of climate change that are going to cost this country millions and trillions of pounds and devastate millions, billions of lives.
Of course, but tell me more specifics in regards to climate change and why it was important for yourself to be out here for 4 days today raising awareness.
Well, we're already over 1 degree above global average temperature, and we know that.
But can I ask a silly question?
Yeah.
Isn't that good because we're warmer?
Some people have that view. What the issue is that amount of warming causes extreme weather conditions. So we had like a massive heat wave, and we lost crops here. But because we import so much food, people are a bit buffered. They're not realising. But what we're seeing in Mozambique is a cyclone that completely devastated the country. And the way this economic system works is that here we depend on imports from those places. We can't be blind to what's happening over there. But more crucially, these increases in temperature start to trigger natural processes that are in the ecosystem. So one example is the summer Arctic sea ice, and we can see that has started to melt. So there's a decrease in sea ice in the summer, and the white surface of the ice actually reflects the sunlight, and so you don't get as much warming as you would if the ice wasn't there. But because the ice is melting, the dark sea underneath starts to absorb the sunlight or the energy, and then start causing warming.
But have you got any science or evidence to back up what you're saying?
Yeah, there are many scientists who've written, so you can look at the papers. The IPCC have written,
And what's the IPCC?
It's the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change.
Oh, you have been reading. That is good. That is good. See? Excellent. I'm going to come back to you. I want to know some more about what's it like actually staying there in these beautiful tents. So, excuse me, if I come to you, sir.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the aims and objects of your organisation.
Well, basically, we're aiming to cause disruption to bring attention of the issue so that the government can be brought to the table and negotiate on our demands.
But why should people be disadvantaged by your protest, and why should people be forced to come to the negotiating table?
Because basically it's a bit like if you're in a movie theatre and there's a fire, someone has got to raise the alarm, and we're raising the alarm. What's being played off here, we're talking about a bit of disruption to the public. Compare that to millions of people dying. You know, as the temperatures warm up, crops will fail, and there will be mass starvation and the collapse of our civilization. A bit of inconvenience now is nothing compared to that. Nothing compared to millions or possibly billions of people dying.
Tell me what it's been like when you've been meeting and interacting with people. And I was told just now that you've only had 1 or 2 negatives, but let's forget that. I'm not interested in that. Tell me about the support you're getting from the public.
Well, people come by and they say, great, you know, keep going, you're doing a good job.
But do you think they actually mean it?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think it's like me. You know, a few months ago, I'd never been an activist before this, but for years, because I have a scientific background, I've been noticing the science, thinking someone's got to do.
Hold on. You're a scientist.
Yeah, I'm a scientific
Are
background.
you telling me you're an intellect?
I was a physicist. One of my jobs. Yeah, I'm an engineer now.
All right then.
Yeah.
So, where do you go from here?
Where do we go from here?
Yes.
You mean what's next?
What's next?
Well, basically, we're going to stay here as long as it takes for the government to come, and we have 3 demands really.
So you're telling me you're not going home?
Yeah, we're not going home, no.
So all right then. I'm going to come to you next year. So don't get bored. So tell me, what are those 3 demands?
The demands. Demand number 1 is the government tells the truth about climate change. The truth has kind of been covered over. The truth is we're in an extremely dangerous situation, and a little bit of tinkering around the edges is just not going to do it. You know, we need to act now, act fast, and act now.
So that's demand number 1.
That's demand number 1.
Now you tell me demand number 2. I'm testing you. See? Okay. Discuss.
So demand number 2 is that we need to have a net zero carbon emissions, and so we need to restructure our
By what year?
By 2025.
Is that possible?
Well, if we mobilise ourselves like people did in World War II and throw everything we've got at this because it is an emergency, we can do anything. Many amazing things happened, like companies who were competitive against each other cooperated to do something, so a lot of energy that was wasted fighting each other was just brought together.
So you're very good with your hands there. Carry on.
Common good. So working together from the common good, we can just pull off anything. And there are many, the Tyndall Centre, Kevin Anderson, the Centre for Alternative Technology. There's a huge report on how we can sustain ourselves and do this. So all of the information is out there, but because it's not backed by big business, then it's not being taken seriously.
But you know something? I'm coming about that 3rd demand in a moment, but I'm so impressed that you seem to know the details that's supporting your demands, because quite often I go on the streets and ask people questions. They don't have a clue.
Yeah.
So if I come to the scientists, tell me your last demand.
So the 3rd demand is...
I'll say discuss.
Yeah, the 3rd demand is for a citizens' assembly. Basically, that's like a huge jury where you pull people, ordinary people, into an assembly to talk to each other about these problems. So at the moment, almost no one, because the government hasn't been telling the truth, because the media haven't been telling the truth, people don't really know what the problem is. So we get a lot of people together, ordinary people, and we pull them from different sections of society, so everyone is represented, and we give them the information. We allow them to have access to the experts, the scientists who know what needs to be done, and we give them time to talk about it and deliberate it. And the theory is that when ordinary people get to understand what the real problem is, they will decide in the best interest of ordinary people. And we don't trust the government to do what's necessary here. Governments of many different colours have been known about this problem for 30 years, and none of them have been able to do anything. We need ordinary people to be able to hold the government to account and say what needs to be done. Because this is not going to be easy. This is going to be big changes we need.
We love you! We love you back! People here, turn to someone next to you and tell them talk to each other, make noise, tell them why you're here.
If you can introduce me to some people who I've no doubt will love to be interviewed, and then I'll come back to yourselves. So who wants to be interviewed? Anyone? Friendly people. I'm not here to criticise or anything, sir. Just tell me more about the encampment. So I've got a lot of background information to what the aims and objectives of the organisation is. But tell me more about where you are today and actually staying here in this lovely camp?
Well, we're in Marble Arch. We're just putting on a bit of a nice vibe, free festival for the people. Anyone can come down. It's welcome. Please come down. Just respect the rules of the site. We've got no drugs, no alcohol on site. Strictly, yeah? We're good, nice, peaceful people, and we're here to have a party, a respectable party, and do the right thing.
Do you live in London?
No, I don't. I live just outside London.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that on a daily basis you have a nice home.
It's alright, I live on a boat actually.
Well, that's probably even better.
Yeah.
You're free. But look, what's it like in the encampment in comparison to living on a boat?
Nice, communal.
Yeah.
People, you know, everyone's eating together, everyone's like helping each other. Yeah, you can meet lots of new people. It's nice. You know, it's something outside of the norm and the ordinary, and you know, that's good.
Which is good. You don't normally get this in a normal estate or living down a beautiful road.
You know, we get into the pressures and monotony of like everyday life here. I booked a week off work for this. Like, you know, this cost me about £400 just to be here.
Yeah, of course.
Lost wages. That's cool. I mean, this is a holiday for me. This is great.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's a cheap holiday.
Yeah, it's a cheap holiday.
Excellent, excellent. Can you introduce me to a few more of your buddies down there? Nathan, how are you, sir? Can I speak to you? And then I want to speak to the guitar player. Come, don't be afraid. Bring the instrument.
No, I didn't.
Play me some tunes. What's your name?
I'm Miriam.
You're Miriam?
Yeah.
So play me some tunes, Miriam.
I'm a singer-songwriter
Yes.
from Manchester.
So tell me, Miriam, why are you down here?
I'm here because I really want a future. I want the government to take climate change seriously. I want people to know that they have a voice. I think if they have a privilege, then they have a duty, a moral duty to use their voice. A lot of people maybe can't be here because they've got jobs or they've got lives that they're not able to actually be here and protest on the streets. But we all want to put food on the table. We all want to have, you know, a cushy life. But unfortunately, with the rate that we're going at the moment, we're not going to be doing that. So we're here to really tell people that basically.
But how long have you been down here, Miriam?
4 days. 4 days strong.
So you've done the 4 days?
Yeah.
And you've been in the encampment for 4 days?
Yeah.
Please tell my viewers, what is it like being down here?
You know what, actually? It's lovely. It's so lovely.
What is lovely about living in this encampment with so many lovely people and lovely friends?
There's a really, really...
Hold on. What are you laughing at?
No, I'm smiling. I'm one of her lovely friends.
I'm coming to you next, so get ready for Wendell to interview you.
People are sleeping because we're trying to do
night
shift, so if you could just
sorry.
But,
sorry.
So where are you from, actually?
My name is Wendell Daniel.
Hi.
Yeah. I've got my own YouTube channel. So, as you can tell by my questions, I'm not here for nothing bad.
Oh, yeah.
So, So, I'll be quiet. I know what it's like to do the night shift. Tell me more about just being down here in this lovely location.
Yeah.
Hello, you okay? Can I move the camera to you? And
I'd prefer if you just did it for a while.
yeah, that's not. No, I ask questions. I ask. I got to be respectful. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, you know what it is? It's emotional because we're here for a reason. It's not like a cute protest. I would actually rather be inside. You know, watching Netflix, enjoying my university break.
Oh, then so you wouldn't be watching EastEnders, no?
No, like we're not here. We are here. We're making a party of it, but it's not a party. It's a protest.
Yeah.
So the reason why it's emotionally draining is constantly having to go through it with people.
Yeah.
But I want to do this
of
because
course, to educate.
It's important. It's so important. It's vital. For the continuation of our species, it's important that everyone knows. But it's really draining, kind of meeting people that maybe aren't as aware and are coming to realise the situation that we're in, because we all do care so deeply about the human race and the animals and the insects and the biosphere of this planet. It's really, really emotionally taxing to go through that every day and think.
But can I ask you a silly question?
Go for it.
Why is it that Extinction Rebellion has been so brilliant at raising awareness.
Because we're intelligent people, and not that I'm saying that people who aren't in this movement are, you know, not intelligent. I'm not saying, but there's been so much thought and there's been history that we've learned about social movements. We've learned about the Spanish uprising. We've studied social movements that have had the most effect for civil rights, and that's why the people here are so brilliant. Is because there's thought behind this. This isn't just kind of like a run out to the streets and like scream and shout. We're here with the science behind us. We're here with the reasons why we're here, and we're here with a bit of like love. So we're just trying to keep that atmosphere going, which is why I didn't want to seem disrespectful to tell you to be quiet. But we have just got to be aware that
you've got your rules and we must comply with those rules.
But thank you for appreciating
no problem.
that.
And just like you said, you've got people doing the night shifts, so they're now sleeping.
Yeah.
So
we love you. 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 We love you.
I think, like Miriam was saying, it's very emotionally taxing. So, you know, half an hour ago I was crying, and now I feel alright. Well, we were just doing some swarming at Vauxhall Bridge, which is where you go into the road for 5 minutes at a time, and then you go out of the road. And we have banners, it causes some disruption, and you're talking to drivers about the movement. And a lot of the drivers are super friendly and really willing to engage, but I had one driver who I was talking to, and I was saying, if we continue at the rate we're going, you know, in 50 years, we won't have any insects left, and if we have no insects left, that disrupts the food supply, and we don't have any more food. And I was like, he told me that he had children, and I said, well, don't you care if your children starve? And he said, let them starve, that's their problem. And so
hold on, rewind, say that again.
Yeah, he was saying, he had given up. He was saying there's nothing we can do, the government will never listen to you, and if we're going to run out of insects, if my children are going to starve, so be it. And I think it's so hard to talk to people who have just completely given up all hope, and to know that they have kids and that they're so hopeless that they're not willing to try and stand up for their children's futures. That's very emotional, so I had a bit of a cry.
But did you believe him though?
What, when he said that well, I did believe that he had given up. He was very...
Oh, wow.
He had given up, and it's sad. But I mean, there are so many... For every one person we talk to like that, there are so many people we talk to who are willing to engage and who haven't given up yet. But I think there's a fine line, because obviously we're upset, we're angry at the government, and often I do feel quite hopeless, but I haven't lost faith in humanity. I still believe in the power of the people to do something.
We've spoken about the three aims and objectives of the organisation, but are you enthusiastic that the government is going to come round and listen to your demands or your aims?
I'm hopeful. I think if we put enough pressure on them, I think eventually they're going to have to engage with us. Of course, there are days where I look around and I think they might not engage with us. They might not listen, but I hold hope that they will listen to scientists, the intelligent people who we rely on to give us information and tell us what we need to be doing to save our planet. You know, these politicians, they have children too. You know, and if the scientists are telling them you need to act or your children are going to suffer, I do have faith that we can speak to their humanity, and that eventually they will see, you know, beyond the next 5 years in politics, beyond the next 5 years in their job, and that they will be able to understand that they have to make drastic decisions if they want a chance of giving any of us a future.
Final question. Are you not scared of getting arrested?
I am scared. I was arrested on Tuesday, so I've been arrested, and it was a frightening experience. But I think none of us are here because it's fun. Like Miriam was saying, we're trying to make this a fun, supportive party atmosphere, but it's not a party. It's a rebellion. And I got arrested on Waterloo Bridge. We went to support people that were there, and when I went over there, I wasn't planning to get arrested, but when they came up to me, I was sitting there, and you have to make a decision on the spot, and I thought, you know what, I think I'm in a privileged enough position that I can risk this arrest, and I truly believe that it has a positive effect in putting pressure on the government, on showing people, you know, because I'm 18, I don't want to get a criminal record, I don't want to jeopardise my chance of getting a job, but I think being willing to make a sacrifice.
And the principle, yes.
Yeah, it shows the general public that this isn't a joke. We're here for a real reason, and I am willing to make a sacrifice and sacrifice my liberty for that. And if me getting arrested can make someone realise that this isn't just a fun day on the streets, that climate change is coming and we need to act now, then I'm willing to do that.
Another question, what does your family have to say about you being down here?
I'm very lucky. I think they're supportive. I think obviously we're not all on exactly the same page, I think.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But they're very supportive of me being here. They recognise my agency to make my own decisions.
Yeah.
And I know that they're proud of me for standing up for what I believe in. Obviously, I'm sure they're worried about me. And they remind me of the possible consequences of these actions. And we communicate about that, but at the end of the day, I believe that what I'm doing is right, and I don't believe that I have much. I feel I have a moral responsibility to be here, but I think I'm definitely lucky to have a supportive family. I know there are some people here whose families aren't even a little bit on board with what they're doing, so yeah, I'm very lucky.
So Michael, we're now down here in this encampment down by Marble Arch. How long have you been here?
I've been here since Monday.
You've been here since Monday?
Yeah.
So tell me, what has it been like actually been out campaigning, raising awareness about?
It's been incredible, so much energy from people combined by the same cause, coming together to get their voices heard.
Is it important for you, Michael, to be here today?
Because the government aren't acting on climate change, and if they don't act, time is running out, and I'm not going to have a very good future, so I'm here to get my voice heard and get the government to do something.
But tell me about the motivation that actually inspired you to give up 4 days being here.
So I care greatly about the planet, and on its current course, it's not going to be around in a very good way for much longer. So I want that to change. I want there to be a nice earth that looks after itself, a sustainable earth, and people need to live in a sustainable way, and the government needs to start acting on that to help us live in a sustainable way.
So what's it been like actually being here overnight when you don't have the normal luxuries of a nice home, you've got your big TVs, your showers? What's that like?
Not too bad. I mean, those items you don't need to live. They're nice to have, but not necessities. Easily live without them.
Excellent. Hello, and who are you?
Well, I'm a protester here.
You're a protester?
Yes.
Hold on, I'm used to demonstrators.
Protest, demonstrate. We're here for the planet, and we're here for life, and we're here for everybody on it.
And what's your name, by the way?
My name is Kay.
So we got Kay. I'm now going to go to this young lady here with a bad foot. And what's your name, Mom?
I'm Edie.
So Kay, Edie,
and Al.
Kay, Edie, and Al. So Al, Edie, and Kay. Who shall I go to first? Al. Al.
That's not Al.
I know. I'm joking. It's something I do. So tell me more about why you're here.
Tell you more about why we're here.
Yeah.
Well, to be my best David Attenborough.
Yes.
We're here to save the planet because the way we live at the moment is destroying the planet, and it's destroying us. It's destroying all the animals, basically. So the economic system that we've built for ourselves and the way that we've decided to live feels nice, feels really comfy, feels really lovely. It's really bad.
But I'm going to ask a silly question, but I'm being devil's advocate. Why should we care about the animals? I'm being devil's advocate answering that question.
Because we are animals.
That's a very good answer. That's a very good answer.
If we're not caring about the planet, we're not caring about
ourselves. Of course.
Yeah, and if you want to see your grandchildren and you want your grandchildren to grow happy and know things like daisies and know things like or I don't know, name it birds. Yeah, birds would be good, squirrels, anything, you know. If you want your grandchildren to know what those things are and to be able to drink clean water and to be able to eat clean food and to be able to sustain their own health, then you really need to engage with these issues. And we don't have very much time left, so that's why we have to do something like this to really get people to notice and take the message home, and for you to make films like this.
Of course. And how many days have you been in camp down here?
I have just arrived today.
Oh, you're new?
That kind of information. I'm new and fresh and shiny.
Hold on, you're new and you're being filmed already?
Yeah.
Wow, that is brilliant.
What can I say? They talked to Edie. Edie's been here longer.
Edie!
Oh, yeah.
So, before we do an in-depth interview, tell me more about your foot, Edie. What's going on with your foot? What's happened?
Yeah, I arrived, I've been holding on to this. I arrived on Monday morning when everyone was setting up, and I was working, helping set up the stage and everything, ferrying wheelbarrows to and fro. Built up some massive blisters on my feet, and I'm holding on to the fact that I've had blisters so big, the police came and got a first aider to come and just to point at how big my blisters were.
So big up to the police, yeah!
The police have been really good, actually. They've been they've been facilitating us really well here, like at night, keeping some of the, there's some people who don't wish us well, obviously, and the police have actually been really great. We're fortunate in this country that we are being facilitated to do something like this. It's not something that we could really be able to do in most European countries, for instance.
So does that mean, because you've got these massive blisters on your feet, yeah, that you can't jump around and dance and protest? So how do you compensate?
I jump around and dance and protest anyway.
So tell me, what's it been like for yourself, being here for the last 4 days with all of these brilliant people protesting and raising awareness?
There's ups and downs, definitely. Like you're just buoyed up by just humanity. I've been working in the welcome tent, so I've seen public coming in and a massive increase of people coming in and just going, sign me up, how do I help? I've seen people coming in opening out schools for us to charge our phone, churches for us to sleep in, donating things, asking how they can help in any way. And everyone here supporting each other, volunteering for night shifts, for washing up, everything, everyone's helping each other out. So that's just incredible, and really we are living the world that we want to build here. It's not some abstract dream. It's here and it's working.
But do you honestly believe that this is the world people want to live in?
It's the world that I want to live in. I honestly believe that maybe maybe living in an encampment and washing in a fountain isn't for everybody, but the principles that we're embodying here, we're here for justice. We're here recognizing the fact that we have a privilege in protesting. Not everyone can give up their time. Not everybody is in a position where they're able to risk arrest and things like that. And not everybody is in a country like this where you have the liberty. We're here standing up for people in the global south who are already struggling, are already dying, and are facing, they are unable to do something like this because they literally can't farm or fish and support themselves.
But answer a silly question for me.
There's a nice sticker here. That's how we want to live.
And read the sticker out for me.
That says empathy, humility, frugality. That's how we need to live in our new world, the world that we've saved.
Excellent stuff. Last question. What is it actually like being in this encampment where you are not near your usual luxuries, your showers, your jacuzzis, your Rolls Royce? What's it like?
Well, like I said, it's amazing in that everyone's supporting each other. We've got 3 hot meals a day from the kitchen, all of that kind of stuff. But I can't lie, it's hard on the ground, it's cold in the night. This is the first time I've washed in 4 days in that fountain. So yeah, there's it's not glamorous. But,
of course.
But we're here for a reason, and I think it's working. People are starting to. The tide is starting to change in the media. People are coming in and joining us every day. We always need more people to come and help out. And every single time they've tried to shut down any one of our encampments, it's just grown stronger.
Has this changed you as a person?
This has definitely definitely given me that spark and fire and kept me inspired.
So you're now going to be a firebrand, yes?
Yeah, it's really easy to feel disheartened by climate change and feel like, you know, we can't do anything, the problem is too big and there's not enough people. But like coming here and meeting people from literally all walks of life, 95% of whom have never done anything like this before.
Yeah, that's right. That's
it's
right.
like, okay, we can really do this, you know? Like everyone's working together and it is happening.
Excellent stuff.
Can I just say, Wendell?
You can, you
doesn't
can.
need to be any more of a firebrand. I'm her mum.
You kept that one quiet, my dear. That is excellent.
Extinction! 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 Make some noise around here! Make some noise!
People aren't being told the truth about climate change. It's not a gradual thing. It's going to be urgent and unpredictable. We work in industry and sustainability and things move very slowly. Also, I grow food and food literally can't be grown in unpredictable circumstances. It's like a very fine balance in what every crop needs and every animal needs, and so things can happen, can escalate far quicker than is safe, and we're already overdue change that we need.
Are you proud of what you're seeing happening down there?
Definitely, yeah, especially because it's so well organised, it's non-violent, and the resilience being shown. I mean, we must be on like 300-400 people being arrested, and they're normal people. They're not like here for a party because they don't have anything else to do. They just really understand that this needs to be escalated in a way that nothing else will do.
So how comes you haven't been arrested yet? Just like this person here. I interviewed him at Marble Arts. So you're the last, so you tell me, what's it like being here?
What's it like being here?
Yeah.
It's inspiring.
Tell me more about why, because you have to educate my viewers. Why you're inspired?
Because the sort of people here. People from every walk of life. People here come with their children, giving up time. People here have, with very small children, have like huge expense themselves. Have rented places so they can be in London. Yeah. And they're changing their lives in order to be here. Yeah. So the commitment from the people around me and the commitment to peace, to creating a world that we want to live in, is inspiring.
I think it's amazing what I'm seeing, and long may it continue. But have you been here overnight yourself?
No.
But I know you have. What's it actually been here overnight? Because you mentioned about unsavable people. Is it a bit scary?
Not really. Not at all, to be honest. I've never felt like personally in danger or anything like that. Like I said, the police have been really, really facilitating and really nice. There's been, a couple of drunk people coming past. Most of them just want to join the party. But,
not a party.
And it's not a party.
Extinction! 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 Sit down, this is a non-violent protest. Sit down, make some noise. You're amazing!
Really to support the people that are here already. Obviously trying to change people's attitudes with regard to the threat of climate change, which everybody at the moment is ignoring. And if you ask anybody what's wrong with this, you then have the question, what is the alternative? What have we got to say to get anybody to take this seriously? 10 or 12 years, we could all be history. I don't want that for you, I don't want it for me, I don't want it for our children or grandchildren.
Thank you, John. So tell me something, are you prepared to go as far as that demonstrator just now, who was arrested? No.
No, I live 30 miles away and I've come in by train, and to get arrested is a huge inconvenience to me. But there are many people here who are prepared to get arrested because they stand up for it, they live in the area, they're able to go to the prison cell and come out, get bail, go to the magistrate's court, etc., etc. I have difficulty with that, unfortunately.
But a silly question. and you'll see the fun in the question. Do you take your hat off to those people who are getting arrested? But this is Wendell Daniel from StreetCam Documentary, coming to you live and direct from the Extinction Rebellion down in Westminster, where the greatest leader from this country, Mr. Churchill, is watching over me to ensure that I conform with the rules and I behave myself, so I cannot rebel. So this is Wendell Daniel coming to you live and direct from outside Westminster, where the rebellion continues for the 5th day.
Don't forget that if you have an issue that you would like StreetCam Documentary to raise awareness about, please contact the channel at streetcamdocumentary@gmail.com.